this is Linda on La Delicia de Linda, and today we are doing a review on the Body Brana Antiperspirant. It's an all-natural, I'm gonna say, antiperspirant slash deodorant. The ingredients are organic shea butter, organic coconut oil, organic cacao butter, arrowroot powder, beeswax, candela wax, and essential oils. If you love natural things and worry about ingredients permeating to your skin and things like that, great alternative. So I bought this on Etsy, and Etsy is a really great marketplace for handmade things, and also there's like a huge organic kind of marketplace for makeup and personal care items. The reason why I got this was because I have memory problems, and I read somewhere, I'm gonna say somewhere because there isn't enough substantial research to back this up, but I read that aluminum has been linked to Alzheimer and mental decline. So if you think about it, it's, mental toxicity is a very real thing in the medical world, and a lot of heavy metals can get into your brain. I'm not sure how, but there are some preliminary or like inconclusive studies that show that aluminum toxicity or aluminum buildup is a very real thing with Alzheimer's patients. So as a preventive measure, I thought it would be a good idea to buy a non-aluminum antiperspirant. I went for this one here because, first of all, there's no such thing as a all-natural antiperspirant. The antiperspirant properties in your antiperspirant is basically aluminum. There's many forms of aluminum. Aluminum chlorohydrate is the most common active ingredient in your antiperspirant, and what that basically does is it blocks where you perspire. So what causes body odor is not the act of perspiration, but the bacteria that kind of grows and festers in moist, wet environments. There's a lot of deodorants out there that are good at combating odor, but it doesn't stop you from perspiring. And we do need to perspire because that is the body's way of just eliminating things, other than urinating. Sweating is another way of the body kind of removing things from its system. And again, I'm not using like the right diction here, so I apologize if it sounds a little off for those science nerds out there. Another important aspect of perspiring is that it lowers your core body temperature when you overheat, and overheating is another really huge thing that you have to be careful of. A fever, for an example, seriously fry your organs, especially your brain. But that's a whole nother story, and I'm going on a tangent here just because I'm a science nerd and that's just what I like to talk about. So back to this review here. So although this says antiperspirant, it is actually more like a deodorant in my opinion. You still perspire, and it does say so in the description that it doesn't completely reduce perspiring, but it does dramatically reduce your perspiration. And I totally agree with that description on their listing, that I've noticed a reduction in just wetness underneath, but I haven't noticed a complete reduction, which is okay because you want your body to perspire naturally. And because this has ingredients such as like coconut oil, which is antibacterial, antifungal, and other ingredients like arrowroot powder, which helps with absorbing moisture, and essential oils to block off odor, I feel like I'm very happy with this product. I bought from Body Brana before. Originally I bought the fragrance Bouquet, but I have chronic migraines now, so my doctor suggested that I completely eliminate fragrance, even essential oils. And I have to say that, okay, going on a tangent here, I contacted the owner of the shop and asked if she had like a very mild scented antiperspirant, but I still kind of wanted the scent because I knew the essential oils have some antibacterial properties. The seller was very kind. She said she would customize my antiperspirant sample here to have half the normal amount of essential oils that she usually put. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. I got Lemon Verbena, just because lemony scents I find to be very mild in terms of fragrance, or I guess more tolerable. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the listing here. I'm not gonna say everything that's on the listing because you could just go down my description box below and look at the actual link to the Etsy site, and then you can learn more about this product. And again, the owner slash seller is really nice. She was very prompt answering all my questions, and she went in complete detail. And I love that because I am an information nerd. As the listing says, it's not an oxymoron. This is an antiperspirant, but it's like a very mild antiperspirant. Got some kind of proprietary blend that she made to make this work for her and other people. The other aromas that you can get if you're like an essential oil person is Fir Forest, and she has warm spice, rose, geranium, which is a very strong scent. So if you're migraine sensitive like I am, I suggest avoiding all rose scented things. Bouquet is also another very floral scented thing, and that's what I got last time. And then there's Mystic Mandarin. If you really want to know the notes of each of the scents, again, go back to the listing and you can ask the seller as well. And there's also a men's classic, which I guess is supposed to smell kind of like men's cologne, maybe like an Old Spice kind of scent. And there's Spring Breeze, and then Lemon Verbena. That's my favorite one because it's a very mild and lovely scent that is very good with odor blocking. Yes, so she has 2 types of formulations for her deodorant. So if you live in a very cold climate place like I do, I live in San Francisco, definitely get the winter definitely get like the winter edition, or she has like a summer version and a winter version, and the summer version is harder, and then the winter version melts more easily so that it glides better on your underarms. I accidentally forgot to ask to do a winter one, even though it's like end of summer, beginning of fall, because I live in San Francisco. It's really cold here. So as you can see, the summer one is really hard to kind of glide. Well, maybe you can't see it, but like you don't see any streak marks. And normally you should see some streak marks because that is gonna basically block the odor. But so since I forgot that little detail, I have to heat it up near a heater, and then it glides much more easily on the underarms. Another thing you could do is you already have like, say, a deodorant, and I use the Arm & Hammer deodorant sometimes because that's significantly much cheaper. So I just wipe the Arm & Hammer deodorant, and since that's kind of okay but not great with blocking odors, then I top it off with this deodorant here, and then that works very well for blocking odor for 8 hours or so. I still probably would need to like touch up with some like arrowroot powder to dry my underarms, or like just completely wipe the slate clean, in the bathroom, and then wipe some more deodorant, apply some more deodorant, and then I'm good to go. So this is my review on the Body Brana deodorant, complete all natural. So if you're one of those people who worry about toxic, I say toxic because toxic is a very arbitrary term, and this is like a disclaimer here, but in the scientific community, they hate using the word toxic because toxic kind of implies that something is going to kill you. And there's also this chemist saying called the dose makes the poison. Up for debate, but again, if you're into the all-natural kind of personal care products thing, this is a really great product to use, and I'm totally digging it. I know I look really serious right now, but I am totally digging this thing here just because it's aluminum free, and that's the biggest factor that I'm looking for. So great for people who are concerned about heavy metal accumulation. Just go grab it. I rate it, what should I rate it? I'm gonna rate this 4 out of 5 stars, or hearts, because I do love this product, and I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 because it doesn't work as well as a normal antiperspirant, but out of everything I've searched in the market for a natural product, this works the best. Like, I'm not kidding, I'm not sponsored or anything. I bought this out of my own money. This cost me, I don't remember the exact price. Sample was like around 4 something, and then there's like 2 something for shipping and handling. So this is not cheap, but for health reasons, I would say totally worth it. So go grab it, go get it. And yeah, that's my review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to press the thumbs up button, comment down below, share this video with your friends. Sharing really helps out this channel, so I really appreciate those that share. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I do mostly mukbang videos, but I also do makeup videos and reviews and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.
So on Labor Day, he does not work either. right?
He shuts down. That logo isn't the one that other ones have. This is the only one that has that one.